What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope you're all doing fine. And today we're gonna continue with a new story. It's the hypothesis of failure. Let's do this. Lord Gooch bestowed his undivided attention upon the engrossing arts of his profession. Engrossing arts of his profession. But one flight of fancy did he allow him his mind to entertain. He was fond of likening his suite of office rooms to the bottom of a ship. The rooms were three in number, with a door opening from one to another. These doors could also be closed. Ships, Lord Gooch would say, are constructed for safety with separate, watertight compartments in their bottoms. If one compartment springs a leak, it fills with water. But the good ship goes on unhurt. Were it not for the separating bulkheads, one leak would sink the vessel. Now, it often happens that while I'm occupied with clients, other clients with conflicting interests call. With the assistance of Archibald, an office boy with a future, I cause the dangerous influx to be diverted into separate compartments, while I sound with my legal plummet the depth of each. If necessary, they may be ballad into the hallway and permitted to escape by way of the stairs, which we may term the lee scuppers. Thus, the good ship of business is kept afloat, whereas if the element that supports her were allowed to mingle freely in her hold with might be swamped. Ha ha ha. The law is dry. Good jokes are few. Surely it might be permitted, Lord Gooch, to mitigate the bore of briefs, the tedium of torts, and the prosiness of processes with even so light a levy upon the good property of humor. Lawyer Gooch's practice leaned largely to the settlement of martial infelicities. No idea what is this. Did Martimony languish through complications? He meditated, suited, and arbitrated. Did it suffer from implications? He readjusted, redefined, and championed. Did it arrive at the extremity of duplications? He always got light sentences for his clients. But not always was Lawyer Gooch the keen-armed, wily, wildly belligerent, wildly belligerent, ready with his two-edged sword to loop off, to lop off the shackles of Hymen. He had been known to build up instead of demolishing, to reunite instead of severing, to lead erring and foolish ones back into the fold instead of scattering the flock. Often had he, by his eloquent and moving appeals, sent husband and wife weeping back to each other's arms. Frequently, he had coached childhood so successfully that, at the psychological moment, and at a given signal, the plaintive pipe of Papa, the plaintive pipe of Papa, won't you come home again to me and mother, had won the day and upheld the pillars of a tottering home. Unprejudiced persons admitted the lawyer Gooch received as big fees from these reyoked clients, as would have been paid him had the cases been contested in court. Prejudiced. Sorry, guys. The word was prejudiced. Prejudiced once intimated that his fees were doubled because the penitent couples always came back later for the divorce anyhow. There came a season in June when the legal ship of Lawyer Gooch, to borrow his own figure, was nearly becalmed. The divorce mill grinned slowly in June. It is the month of Cupid and Hymen. Lawyer Gooch then sat idle in the middle room of his clientless suite. A small anteroom connected, or rather separated, this apartment from the hallway. He was stationed Archibald, who rested from visitors their cards or oral nomenclature, which he bore to his master while they waited. Suddenly, on this day, there came a great knocking at the outermost door. Archibald, opening it, was thrust aside as superfluous by the visitor, who, without due reverence, at once penetrated to the office of Lord Gooch and threw himself, with good-natured insolence, into a comfortable chair facing the gentleman. "You are Phineas C. Gooch, attorney at law?" said the visitor, his tone of voice and inflection making his words at once a question and an assertion, and an accusation. Before committing himself by a reply, the lawyer estimated his possible client in one of his brief but shrewd and calculating glances. The man was of the emphatic type, large size, active, bald, and debonair in the manner. When beyond a doubt, slightly swaggering, ready, and at ease. He was well clothed, but with a shade too much ornatness. He was seeking a lure, but if that fact would seem to saddle him with troubles, they were not patient. They were not patent in his beaming eye and courageous air. Wow. Was a little bit hard to read because of many unusual words. So we're gonna continue, guys, with the second part of this cool story tomorrow. Thank you for joining me today and see you. Bye.